Hey Internet, Jesse at Guitars here. We have a very special treat for you, which is not one, but two Super Eagle, well, one and twos, at the same time. Crazy rare to happen. It's so hard to get one of these guitars. There was only 100 produced of these guys for the world, 120 of the Super Eagle 2s, and we're gonna put them head to head and see if there's actually anything different about these two different runs. Tune in, keep on watching. All right, so you played the guitars. What were the sound differences you heard?
Surprisingly, I thought they were both just going to sound extremely similar. Obviously, there's minute differences in every guitar.
I thought they were going to be identical.
But I think the differences between this one and this one was more output, more volume there. I want to say almost warmer and more mid-ranged. For
the Super Eagle 2.
For the two. And then the first one, almost glassier, a little chimier, which I really liked that a lot.
I was so surprised how different they actually were. We were just going to do a quick, gain thing because we're like, yeah, these are going to sound the same. And then when we switched to the other guitar, it was like, no way. So we started recording some other video because it was like, we were all kind of surprised here how different they actually sounded between each other. Was not expecting that at all. Tonally, the only different tone wood in these guitars is the fretboard. You've got Brazilian rosewood on the Super Eagle 1, and you have African blackwood on the Super Eagle 2. Everything else is the same. Now, don't forget, even a piece of mahogany can sound different from another piece of mahogany, right? Densities can be different. Just, there's different qualities and different things like that. So, no two pieces of wood are identical, but I was surprised how big of a difference that was between these two guitars, truly. Playability, neck shape, all that. Did you feel anything different?
I don't know if it's me just being me, but again, with the one, I feel like there was almost slightly slimmer around this area where this had a feeling of roundness. I imagine the neck shapes and the radius are the same, but this one felt smoother and slightly slimmer there.
Yep, same neck profiles, same fretboard radiuses and such like that. They both just went through Amar, our tech, and he set them up, so they're all the same spec. But once again, they're a hand-built guitar. Maybe they're sanded a little bit.
Exactly.
Thinner, thicker, whatever. But otherwise, basically the same.
Yeah,
for
100%.
the most part. Okay, interesting. Now, cosmetic differences, there's a couple things that are sort of interesting. Small differences, but they're differences nonetheless. Most of them with inlay. On the Super Eagle 1, you have this really cool etched bird headstock eagle there. And then the inlay is a little bit different. This is a mother of pearl on here with a little outline on the 12th fret. On the Super Eagle 2, we have a abalone inlay on the headstock, and then abalone birds down the fretboard. They have more little greens and blues in there, so it helps with that hemp green color on this guy, I think, which is pretty cool. And then the only other really, literally the only other difference on these guitars is on the backs. On the Super Eagle 2, you have a one-piece back, very nice, no seam down the center there. On the Super Eagle 1, you have a two-piece back to match the top. I'm sort of in between on which one I like. Obviously, one piece is gorgeous, just not have that seam. But it's so weird to me to have a two-piece top and a one-piece back. It like kind of throws off my vibes there for some reason. At least like it's two-piece and two-piece. I wish it was one piece and one piece, but you know, I don't know. I don't know why they changed that on the second run. It's kind of weird. That's it. Those are the only differences. It's pretty easy. What do you think, Scotty?
I'm a fan of the one. Big fan of the one. They're both great guitars, but again, something about the playability. I think I'm partial to the look of the lighter color as well and the sound, but you can't go wrong with either.
Yeah, the one is a little bit tougher to get. There's a couple fewer of them. I believe there's 100 of these and 120 of these worldwide produced. So it's not a huge difference, but you just see these come up less. They tend to be in collections more often, and Super Eagle 2s will come up a little more than a Super Eagle 1 will. Neither of them come on the market very often, though, and this is insanely rare that we have both of these guitars at the same time. We've had a couple Super Eagle 2s through before, several of them actually, surprisingly, but never a Super Eagle 1. This is our first one, and both at the same time. How cool is that? So I was so excited to do this video to finally actually compare the two and see if they're any different, and they are. So, on that bombshell, see ya.